What's going on YouTube? Legend here. Thanks for tuning in. So today I'll be showing you and reviewing, breaking down the Sun Moves pre-release deck that I used in the tournament. I went 3-1 in the second round, I guess if you want to call it. There was a morning league and then there was a night league. So I went what, like 6-2, I believe. My deck sucked, and but I somehow managed to beat Tauros GX twice, Umbreon, and Lapras. And Lapras was pretty OP in pre-release. It was one-shotting everything, but if you don't know how to play, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, show you guys here in a second. Make sure you guys check out the 1,000 subscriber giveaway link in the description box, and if you guys want to see the packs that I got from the event and opened up, I went live on Twitter with that actually. So my Twitter link and the Periscope link directly to the video are in the description box. Had about 7 packs, so you guys can just click the links and see what I got. Alright, so here we go. I got the Shiinotic promo, so the Butterfree line is what I ran, and then a few that I pulled from the packs that came in here. I was the only one out of the entire shop for the night gathering, or for the night round, whatever, that didn't pull a GX. It was crazy, but still, it did what I could. So, Morlo ran 2 of those and a Shiinotic. Okay, so we had that 2-1, and then we had 2 Caterpies, 2 Metapods, 2 Butterfrees, 2 Shelders, or 3 Shelders, I'm sorry, and 3 Cloysters. Now these were my big guys, obviously. Now this was one of 3, maybe even 4 setups. You put this out there, 1 energy, your Pokemon goes to sleep, and you know, next turn you can evolve. And this ability allows you to look through your deck for 1 grass type Pokemon, and that helped me set up Butterfree in 2-3 turns, and Butterfree was pretty good in the pre-release there with the sideball. Flip a coin. If head, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, and that's 1 double colorless. And Whirlwind for 3, 80 damage. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench, so the active gets 80 and then they have to switch. So pretty cool attack there, and only 1 retreat, so not bad. So I ran 2-2-2 there, and then with Shelder, the same thing, but I'll show you what I used to set this up energy wise. But the headlock was 30 plus. Flip a coin. If heads attacks does 30 damage. If tails, the opponent is paralyzed, and that's what I was, to be honest. Flip the coin, get tails, they're paralyzed, 30 damage, and then guard press. This thing was pretty good. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes less than 20 damage, but it was 80 regardless, and you know, they were paralyzed. They have to flip out of that. They have to flip out of, you know, sleep and everything. The only thing that is permanent is confusion. You're confused. Once you get confused during a game, you're confused the whole game. So this was, these were the main cards that I ran. This is a pretty cool looking Pokemon. I like that. But yeah, those are the main lines that I ran, and you know, it is what it is. It's only pre-release, it's very limited, but I had fun nonetheless. So those are the big guys, I guess you can say. Now here, Corsola, Formantis, Spinda, and Carvanha, and Zubat. I wish I had a Golbat, because man, that thing was crazy. So here, search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So this was 1 of 5 that I would start with. This thing was really good, because you can, right away, you look for a Pokemon, or 2 Pokemon, I'm sorry. In Synthesis, search your deck for energy, grass energy, and attach it to 1 of your Pokemon. I started this more than anything, to be honest, so I can get that Butterfree rolling right away. I would do this once or twice, you know, and then this is, you know, 20 damage, and I would retreat, and then I would get this out involved, and then I'd finish up with Butterfree. And what was crazy is I would paralyze them, and I was just getting lucky. They could not flip out of the paralyze, and I was able to set up every game that I played. I was able to set up. Now Spinda was was crazy. 80 HP and his Teeter Punch, and 30 confused. Bam. Another one that I put out, if I had it in my hand, I put out right away. 31 energy. You're confused for the entire game, and it does damage to themselves. I think it's what, like 10 or 20. So that was good. Carvanha here was pretty good. Gnaw through, discard all Pokemon tool cards from your opponent's active. I used this maybe about 4 or 5 times, and each time I used it, it honestly led me to victory. So this was good. Pre-release, it's good. And then this is how I got around both of those tours. Astonish. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals this card and shovels it into their deck. They would start the Tauros first because it's a big, and I would start this and they'd be confused. I wouldn't attack it, so it would be actually be 30 damage. So now the Mad Bull GX would only do 60 damage, and because you know that Mad Bull GX is this attack does however many damages on this Pokemon damage counters, so it's not worth it to waste your GX on 60 damage. And they were confused. They kept doing damage to themselves, and by the time they had enough damage done to where they could possibly knock me out, the Cloyster, again with this guard press, knocked out Tauros twice with Cloyster. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Only in pre-release though, I tell you that. And I went against that Incineroar, is that Litten's final form, knocked him out, and Umbreon knocked him out. I was shocked. So Great Ball here, this is what I use. Look at the top 7 decks. Look at the top card 7. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Your Pokemon, blah blah blah. That was good. Nest Ball, search for basic. This is really cool. I'm using that a lot. Energy Switch, of course, really helped. Crushing Hammer, you know, flip the coin, it's whatever. But I got lucky more than not with this one. And this Professor Cookie's awesome. Pretty much the new Giovanni. Better than Giovanni. Instead of having an option, put the two together. Draw 2 cards during this turn. Your opponent's Pokemon attack does 20 more damage. This is insane. And then, awesome there, just draw 3 cards, and then Lily, draw until you have 6 in your hand. The 1 sidekick for the Zubat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water energies. I wanted to run that Lantern and the other one, but it was too much energy for the attack, and it wasn't really worth it, and the Cloyster was a hard hitter, and I wanted to get that. You know, I didn't have any of the EXs, and I just figured, you know, if I can get these guys paralyzed, and depending on what GX I run into, they gotta be paralyzed, they gotta be confused, they gotta be asleep. I didn't get any poison barbs, I didn't get any, I wish I did get a poison barb or 2, because then it would have been awesome. I probably could have won the whole thing. But went 3-1, and I got 7 packs. So make sure you check out the link on Twitter and Periscope if you guys want to see the pulls from those packs. But yeah, pretty much it. So once again, YouTube, thanks for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit that like button. Links again, giveaway link, and a Periscope Twitter link for the pack openings. And like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more Pokemon videos.